The Russia investigation, I was a federal prosecutor in the Counterintelligence and Export Control Section of the Department of Justice. The Russian investigation was handled by special counsel. It did not come directly through my office, but I have very close colleagues who were involved in that investigation, and I'm telling you, those charges were real. Don't believe the hype otherwise. At a bare minimum, there is almost no doubt that the Internet Research Agency was tasked by the Russian government to interfere with the 2016 presidential election. That is beyond any good faith dispute at this point. I was there. The idea that this Russian interference investigation was somehow invented political fantasy is completely absurd. Russian state actors absolutely interfered in the 2016 presidential election. It's not clear that their interference made a difference in the outcome, but they were there. The interference was real, and it was pernicious. Within the national security community, this is in no way seriously disputed. Not even close. The Internet Research Agency was real. The hacking operations were real. The dissemination operations were real. The counterintelligence concerns were very, very real. Likewise, the Mar-a-Lago investigation was not fabricated out of political animus. It involved the retention of highly classified materials after repeated government efforts to retrieve them. People can debate prosecutorial discretion. People can debate charging decisions. People can debate the scope of executive authority. But to pretend that these investigations were simply manufactured out of thin air for partisan reasons is historically false and a deliberate interference in the integrity of public institutions for malicious purposes. And that's what makes this entire anti-weaponization fund so dangerous, because it institutionalizes a political narrative that federal law enforcement itself is inherently illegitimate whenever it investigates powerful actors. That does enormous damage to public trust. And the irony here is extraordinary.